Hello everybody. Boy, it's a beautiful view up here. Yeah, we're up on the Blue Ridge Parkway. About time for a beer. What do you think? Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from New Holland Brewery. This is their Paleooza, a Michigan Pale Ale, guys. And this bottle is sweating profusely here. Let's get on with this one before it sweats itself to death and we don't get it in the glass. So, this is an American Pale Ale coming in at 5.80 ABV. Availability, it says here, is year-round. So if you can get New Holland beers, you should be able to get this one. Food pairings for this beer, the cuisine is the Pan-Asian. The cheeses are the earthy Camembert Fontina, nutty Asiago Colby, Parmesan, your tangy cheeses, Brick, Edam, Feta, and the meat for this is poultry, it says. But most of your pails go with most of your dishes. They're very easy drinking, a lighter weight than a heavier IPA or a stout or a porter. I mean, grilled meat, chicken, salmon, pale ales go just about with all that stuff, guys. The glassware today, of course, we're going to use a pint glass. You could use a Becker, the Stein, the mug, the tumbler, the side down, just about anything you want to pour it in. Just pour it into something. And the beer is not recommended for extended cellar rings. It's a lower ABV beer. And some of these pails are a little hop forward a little bit, but I don't think this one's going to be, but some of them are. I know Sierra Nevada's pale is very hop forward, so you definitely want to drink it by the best by date that they have. And like I said, there may be some kind of dating on here. We're going to take a look when we come back for the final chug. This thing is sweating so bad I don't see anything on the label, and probably nothing on the bottle, so let's not delay this any further. Get it in the glass. And this has got a little junk in the bottom of it too, so we're going to go ahead and get it all in there. Going to cloud it up quite a bit. Alright, over into the light. It is a very orangey color. A lot of bubbles streaming up. It looks like it's fairly well carbonated. I didn't pour it super aggressive. We just barely got a little bit of head covering the top of the beer. Right carbonated though, there are quite a few bubbles streaming up. I'm surprised it didn't pour a bigger head than that. So, very orangey in color, kind of murky. I cannot see, I can see light, but I can't see the bulb through there, guys. So it is semi-cloudy. Let's get a nose on it. New Holland, some of the stuff's impressive and some of it not so impressive. So we'll see where this one ends up. I'm getting a nice maltiness there with a citrusy hop presence. Maybe just a tad bready. Very floral smell on the hops in this. Smells very easy drinking, very sessionable for almost a 6% beer. Well, let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Easy drinking, very sessionable, citrusy, like I said in the nose, same on the taste, very floral hops used in this one. I'm getting a little bit of caramel, maybe a little toffee, not a lot though. And maybe just a little bit of fruitiness, like apples or pears or something in there. Very light, though. Very easy drinking, though. I mean, it doesn't have a great big, don't have an overpowering malt backbone, and it doesn't have an overpowering hop presence. So, kind of a balanced beer there, if you will, especially for somebody that that maybe not have had a lot of craft beer. Maybe some of the macro lager drinkers would enjoy getting to something with just a tad more taste, and this would be a good entry level in my opinion. So, just my opinion though, guys. So, this is okay. I mean, it's not blowing my hair back or my socks off, but very, very good transitional beer. And maybe even go to the extent of calling it a lawnmower beer, even though it's not a lager. It's a very light pale. So even though the alcohol is just a little bit stronger than what a session beer would be, being almost 6 instead of under 5. But very tasty. There are tastier ones out there, but this is a good representation of a style. Entry-level pale ale. So it's 40 degrees right out of the fridge. We're going to let it warm up, and I'll come back and we'll do the final chug on this one. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Let me read you the commercial description for this beer. It says the commercial description, this beer has a golden colored body with a creamy white head. It is slightly sweet, malt flavor makes up the base and offers a supporting role to the refreshing hop profile. Cascade hops provide a floral, citrus, and almost fruity characteristic to this well-balanced, easy drinking ale. I will agree with that. Backed by popular demand, Paleooza is an old favorite and an early original in our portfolio of great beers. So, yes, I would agree with that. It is a very balanced, fruity, floral, I mean everything that the description says it is, it is. And now that the condensation has evaporated off the bottle, it has a code, and it says B283, and then it has a time underneath there of 1411. I don't know how they expect the average consumer is going to know what that code means, because I don't. I didn't go to their site and try to look into that up, because you're not going to do that when you're in the store looking at the beer. So they need to have the legible date on it. Guys, the beer is a very easy drinking, entry level pale ale as far as I'm concerned. So that's the way I see it, and that's the way I'm going to call it. Here's the final chug. Very pleasant. Nothing bad about the beer. Very entry level pale to me. Very easy drinking. Very sessionable. Nice balance. So, guys, if it had a legitimate or a legible date that we know, 2 days, two digits for the day, 2 digits for the month, and either 2 or 4 for the year, I would probably give this beer a 7, which is a B+. But don't think it's quite to the A category in my opinion. But since it doesn't have a legible date or a distinguishing date that we can tell without having to know some code or go to the website to figure it out, it's going to get to 6, which is a B. So if you had this beer, give me some comments back on it, whether you liked it, loved it, best thing you ever had, couldn't stand it. And let's go to the ratings now. The IBUs on this beer is 36, which, you know, not bitter at all. So that should be, of course, the people that drink the macros may find a bitterness of 36 to be overwhelming. So that's the way the hops are. I mean, the bigger the number on the IBUs, the more bitter the beer is going to be. So the great beer ratings are 89 overall and 90 in the style. So 89 is right out there pushing on the back door of the A's in my book. So, and this one is too. I don't think it's quite to the A, but it's definitely a B beer or B+ beer if it had a date. So let's go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 83, which is in the good range. I agree. It's a good beer in the 80s, not the 90s, but it's a good beer in the 80s. So if you've had it, give me some comments back on this one, guys. Always rate, comment, subscribe. We've got a few openers left, and a couple t-shirts, and a lot of beer. Let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.